Making people mad.
All my stuff live.
Yes. What's up, everybody? Trying to get this done. And
are we on the air?
Yes, we are on air, honey. All right. I'm just making everybody my close friends.
The comments on here is so funny.
Oh, on the comments on the what you call it? I bet.
I remember one time I saw a bunch of black people in a parking lot running to their cars. Me and my boyfriend, without hesitation, ran to the car and pulled out. Until this day, I don't know what was happening, and that's okay.
Cannot.
What? You run past me if you want to. I'm out.
Yes, honey. We out of this place. I think I got everything now. Boom. Okay, done. All right. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do 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 do.
I'm surprised you did that.
You did, yeah. You did that.
More
one.
power to you.
You've got a lovely personality.
I love your personality. I think it made a 700 now, so we just got to make sure we get 700. Topic, ADHD in a men's life.
I'm gonna stop. Let me just put my hands on
Call-in name. Not call-in name. Call-in number 404-457-9923. All right, let's get it started. Let's get it started in here.
Put my hands in my pocket.
It's okay. Just get it. Just scoot in just a little bit.
Oh, scoot in.
Yeah, scoot into me. Okay. Yes, y'all. Yes. Got Jay Fresh in the building. Ooh, I do not like that glare of that light, but there's nothing that we can do about it right now. Hello, everybody. I know it's a little touchy and clicking.
No, it's all good.
It's all good. I don't know why I'm dancing. I'm just happy. Like, I'm just happy I got Jay Fresh in the building. So we about to go ahead and start this show. Okay. What's up, y'all? How you doing out there? You doing good? I'm doing amazing. No, let me stop. What's up? I cannot. Yeah, I do. I'm so happy. Like, I'm happy for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I got good people in this room, people that I love, and it's just a really good feeling. So anyway, let me get this together, okay? As the word says, of Proverbs 4:7, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And all things get understanding. Welcome to Logic Over Emotions. I am Toya V.
And I'm BreBadu.
And the man of the hour is...
Jay Fresh.
Yay, Jay Fresh in the building. I'm just so happy that you're here.
It's been a while.
It's been, like, yeah. It's been Christmas. Well, to do podcasting, it's been like a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I stopped podcasting for like 2 years. So I haven't seen you in, like, far as podcasting wise, like 3.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. The last time he signed this wall was 12/20/21. So we've been in the building for a long time, long time. So we're gonna go ahead and, we're gonna go ahead and get this started. Let's go see the topic. Sorry if you can't see it, but let's go see the topic that he picked.
You've got a lovely personality.
Thanks, it's yours.
What?
I borrowed it, temporarily.
Why are you borrowing my personality?
Because I have a deep-rooted fear that my real personality is not socially acceptable.
What do you mean acceptable?
Likeable, not annoying, not too much.
So you just copy people?
Not copy, it's more like I sync up with them for safety. It's like Bluetooth pairing.
So you got social Bluetooth?
Yeah, and it auto-connects to whoever seems the most confident.
Why is that?
Because ADHD comes with years of being told that you're too loud, too much, too messy. So you learn that if you match the other person, you won't get rejected.
So you mirror people and they like you because they see themselves?
Yeah, but it's not the real me, is it?
I mean, the real you deserves to be seen and known as well.
Yeah, but because I've been doing this all my life, I don't even know who the real me is anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, let me know what you why you picked this topic.
I think there needs to be some awareness when it comes to ADHD in general.
Okay.
A lot of people feel like it's one of those things where people just can't focus, but it's more than just focusing. It's the epitome of having too many tabs in your head.
Right.
Too many tabs in your head, and then when you finally focus on one tab, you don't want to lose the focus. It's more about hyper focusing than it is about not focusing at all.
Mm.
I feel like this is a huge stigma for people who have ADHD, especially in men, because people just don't understand where they come from. They just feel like, oh, that's just an excuse, or oh, you just grew up with distractions, or you just grew up where you just needed a belt, or whatever the case may be. I feel like it's gotten more. There's more awareness now about exactly what it is as far as mental health, because a lot of people don't realize that it's one of those things that can really mess with somebody's mind who has
Right.
ADHD. There's constant blow-ups, and people don't know where the blow-ups come from, and it's really because, especially when you change things at the last minute, it's really because they've literally rehearsed the whole thing in their mind. They've done everything that they could do in their mind,
Right.
and then you changed it last minute, and so it's just like, but I've already done this. I've already been through this. Why did you change it?
Right.
And so then there's blow-ups, there's a whole bunch of things that happen, and so I just wanted to bring more awareness to the viewers on logic over emotions, just so that way they can have a better understanding.
Okay. Because that was a lot. Let's go ahead and unpack that. So, when we're talking about a man day to day, what do you feel like is one of the things that he automatically thinks about when he wakes up?
Not failing. Not failing. Like, that's just a normal thing that men go through. Just not failing at what you set out to do. If you had a goal that you wanted to achieve, that's what you want to achieve. Whether it be making sure that your family eat, making sure that you put food on the table, making sure that your life basically has a purpose.
Right.
That's one of the things that men normally go through, making sure that they're looked at as men. Of course, there's also the stigma that you can't, show emotion as a man. But if you have, like, let's say, a good therapist, then that's a way that you can, get that emotion out. I feel like when you add ADHD, you have a goal that you set out, and then you get task paralysis. So task paralysis is basically, you know what you want to do, you see it in front of your face, and you do nothing.
I think I be having that sometimes. I ain't
know
gonna
I
hold
have
you.
it.
I ain't gonna hold you. But one thing that we did not do before this is, what does ADHD mean?
Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder.
Okay, for those that don't know in the back. Okay. So, task paralysis. Let's talk about that.
So task paralysis, like I said, let's say you have to go to the store, right? And you have to go to the store probably before 3 o'clock. So here it is, 2 o'clock. You're dressed, you're ready, and you see this episode that's on. And you're like, okay, let me just get 5 minutes of this episode.
Ah, man.
And I'll just sit here and watch. And the next thing you know, a whole hour's gone by, and you look at your watch and it's 3 o'clock.
Right.
And you were supposed to do this before 3 o'clock.
Right.
And so now you have no choice but to go to the store, and now all of your stuff is delayed by like how many minutes you decided to sit down and watch the TV.
Right.
So that's task paralysis. Or if laundry, for example, you had to do the laundry today, so you got the laundry out of the dryer, you put the basket down, you're supposed to fold, but you just sit there and stare at it. for like
Story of
3
my
hours.
life.
Man.
And then you grab your phone, you scroll on your phone, and then the whole day is done,
You like,
and you still haven't folded any laundry.
Lord Jesus.
And for the next 3 weeks, you living out your clothes hamper.
And so it's
The laundry
like
basket.
it's like you doing that is that task paralysis is not just for like household items. This is stuff that you have to do for work. So like
You're talking to me.
this is stuff you have to do for work. This is stuff you have to do for school. Like, okay, I'm going back to school for digital cinematography. I know that my classwork is due on Sunday at 11:59, right?
Mm.
Which means I have a whole week to do it. I don't. It's not required for me to go to any lectures. It's not required for me to do anything but do the task, which means I could get it done on Monday and just wait till Sunday.
Right.
What do? I stare at the screen and decide to do something else on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and here comes Sunday. Oh, I still have homework.
That's my bestie. If you're listening, I'm talking about you.
Yep. So yeah, that's
Dang.
task paralysis. That's task paralysis. Then there's also dopamine fixes.
Okay,
So-
explain dopamine fixes.
So ADHD means that you have a deficiency in dopamine, which basically means you're finding any and everything to have dopamine in your body. Dopamine is basically a natural thing that normal people or people who have divergent minds naturally get. They get the dopamine whether it's from watching TV, we as neurodivergents, we don't necessarily have the dopamine as much. So that means you're constantly trying to find it, which means you'll either be like tapping on the desk, rubbing your clothes, bouncing, something just so you can find the dopamine fix. Sometimes you'll find yourself pacing just because you're just like, if you're on the phone.
So that's
and you get
people
bored,
who like tap their leg like that.
because you're in a constant state of anxiety. You're in a constant state of
Well,
anxiety.
girl, you need to get it together up in
Okay,
there.
where can I purchase some of this dopamine? Do they have that at Walmart or Amazon? Because
Man, they
or
have
maybe
it now.
Shein got it.
It's now like it's easier to get dopamine than it was when I was growing up. Like, you can just scroll. Dopamine is easier to find on YouTube, Instagram, and social media because it's a constant scroll. You can spend hours on it just finding, because that's a quick fix. I know some people before the social media era, some people found dopamine in sex. So it'd be constant people who would just have sex for no reason, and you would have no reason why they were doing it. It was really just so they could get the dopamine fix.
Right.
And they probably would have it like 3 or 4 times a day, not realizing that there was just a deficiency in their brain. And then there's also body doubling, which a lot of people do this now. It wasn't so common back then. It's basically where you have a task to do, you're doing your task, but you want somebody beside you. You don't want them doing the task with you. You just want them beside you. So they could be doing their own specific thing, but as long as they're beside you, they're body doubling. So they're working on their task, we're working on mine, and then I feel like I'm getting things done because they're there. They don't have to do anything near me. They don't even have to interact with me. They don't even have to talk to me.
So is that why, like, some women are like, you don't have to be doing the same thing. I just want you in the room.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to be doing the same thing, or I just want you in the house. Like,
yeah, that's called body doubling.
oh.
Yeah, that's body doubling. And then it doesn't even have
I need
to
to
be.
give him a dance.
Nowadays, it doesn't even have to be.
If you can hear it, no, you can't.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, no, still
No.
not hearing it. Oh well. Nowadays, it doesn't even have to be in person anymore.
Yeah.
Nowadays, all you have to do is put them on FaceTime.
Yeah.
And so now you have them on FaceTime, You go over there, and then you go clean dishes. You go do, but the fact that you can hear that they're still there.
That's why you be double body doubling me.
Yeah, body doubling.
Who, me?
Yeah, 'cause remember you was getting dressed. Y'all was on FaceTime and you was getting dressed. You was like, "Look, what am I look my
I was showing you though. That
I
was
know.
so
I'm
easy.
just right. I'm just talking.
That was an outfit check. But I know my cousin all the time. Like, we won't even be talking. Like, she sent me like 2 TikToks about that, like a week or so ago.
Yeah, it's body doubling. So you're still in that, because that person's there. It makes you get on task, because if the person wasn't there, you'd be back in task paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
So
because if nobody sees it, did it actually happen?
Exactly. So you're in a constant state of performance, which means you have to perform in order to get things done, versus you being yourself trying to get things done. And that's why I sent the video, because even in the video where you're like doubling somebody's personality, where this person could be whatever inspires you, that's what you body double. It's not, it has to be something interesting in order for you to, not body double. That's where you duplicate the personality or borrow the personality. If it's not interesting, you're not going to duplicate it.
Oh, is that why like when I hear my auntie talk, I start talking like her? Wow.
Yeah. So like, it could be a British person, and I'm only saying that because that's the most exaggerant. It could be a British person, but because it's so interesting and you like the way that they talk, you start talking like them.
I love a good British accent. Or
then,
Irish one. Oh my goodness. Like on Bridgerton, I be Colin. Like, I love the way they talk.
You start talking like them, and then next thing you know, you end up doing the same things that they're doing. Involuntarily, just so you can match somewhat of what their personality is. This could be your first time meeting them, but you're somewhat trying to figure out how you can duplicate their personality so that way they can stay in your life as much as possible.
Oh, wow.
Because if you show them your actual self, you feel like you'll chase them away.
Well, I am learning to just be myself, because if I'm not your cup of tea, I'm just not your cup of tea, and it's okay, honey. It's okay.
And that's a whole process. That's a whole process of learning.
Yeah,
to
I'm
figure
learning
out.
that. That's hard. I'm learning that like now, like when I date on my the first date, I'll just do something random that I normally do, and if they stay, it's okay. Like one date I went on, I was like, we were outside, and I was like, I'm singing in the rain. He looked at me, and he was just like, you are so beautiful. I was like, oh, cool. You like my goofiness. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'll be goofy when I start the show anyway.
That's actually called stimming.
What is that?
Stimming. So,
learning a lot of new words today. Yes.
Stimming is when we used to call it when you're just being weird. It's not necessarily weird. Like, you'll just sing random songs that you heard from whatever TV show or whatever it is. I keep dropping these. Whatever TV show or whatever it is that you heard, if it reminds you of it, like whatever in life, if it reminds you of the TV show, then you're just going to quote it. You have to quote it. That's
when I was just using right, but I'm saying I won't necessarily say that, but I'm saying I will show my lively creative self that I used to tame, and then once I felt like, okay, I can be me, then I would let the goofiness.
Then you let it out.
Now
that's because you feel comfortable in showing what your stimming is. Like for 90s babies, stimming is quoting TV shows that nobody else would remember. So like if you said an inappropriate joke, we'd say that's what she said. But if it's a millennial or not millennial, Gen Z or somebody else, alpha, they won't understand what you're talking about.
Alpha, that's a new one.
That's the babies that are born now.
Boomers.
Boomers.
Boomers. There's alpha, boomer, and then Gen Z.
No. Boomers are our
The
parents.
older ones.
Boomers are parents.
So it's boomers, Generation X, millennials, then it's Gen Z, and then it's
Oh, so
Alpha.
Alpha is now?
yes. So if your
Jesus.
child was born like my niece, she's a Alpha. She's a Alpha.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah.
You can look it up. You can look it up.
No, I believe you. I believe
Or
you.
to get it together. I don't know what's Alpha, but yeah, the ones that are being born now, I think are the ones.
So it's
Alpha.
just like the post-COVID babies.
Yeah, the
Because
ninjas.
they different.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's something in the water.
They
Yeah,
real
they
different.
are built different.
Mhm.
Okay,
But
so,
yeah, that's stimming. Stimming it's something that mainly people with ADHD do it a whole lot more than other people.
I
But
think
they
I have that.
they do it usually in the private of their home because they don't want people looking at them. It's usually, there's quotes, there's singing out loud, or humming out loud.
So I just did it when I said, "This is how we do it."
That's stimming.
Not this is how we do it, but
Oh, you say I got 5.
I got 5 on it, and
Yep.
I don't smoke no weed.
Yep.
Dang, I do that at work.
Yep.
You know what's so crazy? I sing "I Like Big Butts" and I Cannot Lie at work, and because if I don't sing it, my coworkers are like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, something's wrong with you because they got used to your stimming. They've
Oh,
gotten
wow.
used to your stimming.
Like I had to ask at our I had to ask at our you know how like they make you take those sensitivity so I asked, I said, if I sing "This is how I like big butts and I cannot lie" with a room of married men, is that sexual harassment?
Wow. No,
She said-
it's not
She
sexual.
said no, it's not. I said, oh, so when I came back into my hub, I said, guess what, y'all? I said, I like big butts and I cannot lie, and all of them just busted out laughing. So okay, all right. So I stem all the time at work. Okay.
Stimming. So, and that's something that's I think one of the number one key factors of you really find it in ADHD, autism,
Mm-hmm.
or really autism type people, because they'll stem all day long, and it just sounds like weird noises to normal people, but it's how they soothe themselves, is how they basically operate in a sensory overload place.
Okay.
So sensory overload is basically when there's too many noises, too many people. Like a group of 3 is fine, but as soon as you get to like 5, hold on, player.
Yeah, I'm like that with noise. Like if we're in a room and like say like we're watching TV and then somebody come in here and they're like watching videos on their phone out loud, and then somebody else walk in and they on speakerphone or something, I am like so overstimulated. Like I can't do this. I'm gonna be back. Like I'm gonna walk out or something, because like that's just way too much.
It's too much. But at the same time, an ADHD person will watch a video over here and be doing work and not paying attention, but just using it as background noise because they cannot stand silence.
Now I can do that.
I do that.
I can do that.
Can't stand silence. Like at all. I'll be editing videos and I have to have something on, so I'll turn on Gumball or some kind of show that I've already seen before.
Right.
So that way I'm not missing anything. And just because I hear the noise, now I'm able to do whatever I need to do. And it's like the version of body doubling. It's just like the version of body doubling, just with TV or movies or whatever the case may be, because it helps you feel like somebody else is in the room helping you get things done.
So you think that's what people who have to sleep with the TV on?
That sometimes a lot of people do this thing now where it's called white noise. White noise. I know we do that a lot. We'll just, if we really want to get deep sleep, and I'm talking about like deep sleep to where I don't care if the alarm comes on, I'm not waking up. We'll tell Alexa, go ahead and turn on rain noise, and then the rain noise will be on, and I'm out. I'm out within like 5 minutes.
You don't think like they're secretly putting messages in the middle of the rain noise?
No.
Well, I use my fan for
fan noise.
Yeah, my fan is on like at nighttime. I don't care what it feel like outside. Like,
Yeah, there's fan noise. There's the rain noise. There's
Ocean
lo-fi
sounds.
music, ocean sounds. Friend of mine has trained his kids to sleep to vacuum noise.
So he just leaves the vacuum on.
He found a loop on YouTube of
Oh.
the vacuum going back and forth for 3 hours.
Wow.
And as
now,
soon
that's a
as,
different one.
and as soon as they put it on, they are out. They are out. They have to have the vacuum noise to go to sleep.
Oh.
And then there's also airplane noise. Airplane noise that's a good one. I don't care if I just went to sleep on a plane. If I'm on the plane and we go back up, I'm out. I'm out because it resembles white noise.
Mm-hmm.
It resembles a white noise. So I could be like really energized and ready to go, but then as soon as we're up in the air, as soon as he says, "Hey, you can take your seatbelts off. We're at a cruising altitude," I'm out. I'm out.
So that's okay, and that's listening challenges.
No, that's sensory overload.
Okay.
Listening challenges are where, let's say we're outside.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we're outside and we're trying to have a conversation. People with ADHD cannot disassociate. Basically meaning, I hear the bird, I hear the wind, I hear the trees, I also hear the conversation happening over there, probably like a couple blocks away. And then you're trying to have a conversation with me at the same time. And so it looks like I'm listening when I'm really trying to fight all the other noises that's going on. And so then you'll do the thing where you'll be talking for a long time, but it doesn't look like I'm listening, and then you'll be like, "Are you listening to me?" And the only way that people with ADHD can combat that is basically say the last thing that you just said. So I heard the last thing you said before you asked me that question, but I was still battling all the other stuff. And so I have to be in like this room. It's perfect. It's perfect because there's no other noise or no kind of distractions. So it's easy for me to have a conversation. But if I'm in the airport,
It's a
forget
wrap.
it. If I'm in the airport, forget it. If I'm at a restaurant and I'm listening to whatever drama is happening 3 times and you're trying to ask me a serious question, I'm like, no. Listen to what's going on over there. They about to go break up right now. But I can't, it's hard to disassociate between what's really important and what's not really important because you hear everything. It's like, and then it's hard because you're hyper focused on it.
Right.
You're hyper focused on it. So hyper focus basically means like, it doesn't matter if somebody disrupts you or says, "Hey, come look at this." You are in, you're locked in. And because it's so hard for you to lock into something, once you find something you're locked into, you want to stay there forever. And so then when somebody does disrupt you or take you away from it or whatever the case may be, you either get irritated or you get to the point to where it's like you kind of tune them out. So it looks like you're listening, but you're not really listening because you're hyper focused on what you're trying to hyper focus on.
Right.
And a lot of people with ADHD get bored easily. It doesn't matter if they're really good at it, they just get bored easily. So you'll have people with ADHD who's on the road and they're bored with driving on the road, so then they'll put their phone on like whatever stand and they'll try to watch a movie so they can get the dopamine to keep driving because they're bored. Or they'll be flipping through the phone. That's why most people who have ADHD, not all, but most, are really good texters and drivers. because that's the dopamine fix that they need to keep driving.
You know what's crazy to me is it's like I know like people that have these traits that you're saying. Like it's not. I'm not talking about like just one person. Like I could literally like just okay. He said that. This person does that, and then this person. Oh, she real good at texting and driving. You know what I'm saying? So like with that being said, like is it kind of like fair to say that
everyone has ADHD?
Everyone got some type of form of ADHD,
It was a real big insurgence of ADHD in the 90s.
Oh, they were trying to put everybody on. What's it called?
Ritalin. There was a real big surgence in the 90s of ADHD, which now there's a real big insurgence of autism. I don't know what it is, whether it's...
Yeah, because it's now, if you're on the spectrum, everybody's on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say.
So, but in the 90s, it was either you were on Ritalin, or if you were in an African-American household, you were on the belt.
I would prefer the belt.
Mm-hmm. So you either were, if you were a white kid, you got Ritalin or Adderall. If you were a black kid, you got the belt.
I prefer the belt.
And so there's a lot of, I've never been on medicine. I've been diagnosed, but I've never been on medicine. But there's a lot of people who are on the belt, specifically black people who are on the belt, who are now trying to face the struggle of going through what they didn't get to go through at a young age. And so that's why there's a huge ADHD binge that you'll see on Instagram. I think, what's his name? He was a British comedian that was on the Tonight Show. I cannot remember his name.
British comedian.
Trevor Noah left and is on a big, huge thing about ADHD right now, and basically trying to combat it. I think you got a question.
Yeah, we do. So sidewaysradio.com says, do you think that ADHD and autism has anything to do with our diets?
It's a possibility. I thought for the longest time that the insurgence of autism that just happened now is from people who smoke weed. That's what I thought it was from. Because every person that I knew who smoked weed had a child who had autism. Every person I knew who smoked weed. And the people who did not smoke weed did not have a child with autism.
That's interesting.
It was the weirdest thing. It was just like, oh, they're getting married. Oh, they're weed heads. Autism.
The weed heads.
1 + 2.
Oh, man, they had an immaculate wedding. Yeah,
Autism.
They don't smoke weed at all. Wow, that's a healthy baby. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that autism isn't healthy. It is healthy. It's just a different way that the brain operates. I feel like, yes, there can be something about like diets, but I think it's more of a mental thing than it is like if you get a healthy diet, you won't be ADHD anymore or autism anymore. I think it's more of a mental thing about how each and every person is created differently. And because they're created differently, they have to operate differently. This is why in schools now they have IEPs. When we were growing up, everybody had to be on either the Becca program or we had to learn the same thing as everybody else. And if you could not get on that program, you were in special classes. I didn't care if you were normal or not.
So he responded, he said, not weed, but maybe sugar.
Possibility. It's a possibility. I mean, I'd have to do more research on it. I don't know. But my parents weren't really on the sugar binge, except for my dad. But they weren't. My mom is real healthy. She don't even use salt in her food. So I wouldn't see how that was.
It could have been in our water.
It could be in the water.
You know what I said?
In the water.
This is one thing that I was telling people. When I started seeing people saying like a group of people have an issue, I said, it's okay. It's in their Similac. That's why they all ate. Because
there was a recall on Similac. There was a recall on Similac. It probably well was.
I was like, it's okay. It's in their Similac. And so, because, you know, that's all the 80s babies, they look really good. I really think that it was in their Similac. Oh, and the Flintstone vitamins. See, them 80s babies, they had the organic, not the organic.
Flintstone vitamins was the bomb,
And like when you said that, I automatically tasted it. You know what I'm saying? It was like sweet cardboard.
Yeah. So great.
Right. And so what I realized is that people were like, that was in the 80s, early 90s. They really look good for their age. So, anywho, I'm sorry. That was about the sugar situation. But, okay, so what's the last one?
The last one is you're constantly impulsive. So, as an ADHD person, you're never satisfied with where you are. So, you could be working at a job for 3 years and then instantly want a career change. And you've been there for years. You've been doing this for years. And you instantly want a career change because you don't feel like something else is going the way you want to. Or you could be constantly impulsing and you're spending. So you just got a purse and you've been rocking this purse. But then you just saw another purse that looked really good. So now you just impulsively spend. And so it's a lot of, I know for me, I have to have 2 of everything. I have to have 2 of everything.
My mom has to have 2 of everything.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is, I have to have 2 of everything. If I have this is the reason why I have 2 rings. I have to have 2 of everything. It just doesn't feel right if I don't have 2 of everything. I have 2 microphones. I have 2 cameras. I have 2 lights. Like, I have to have 2 of everything because in my case specifically, if one fails, the other one is still here.
That's what my mom does. She says one on the shelf. She says one you're using and one on the shelf.
Because if one fails, I gotta have my backup. There's been too many cases where I was DJing somewhere and then I didn't have my backup because maybe I couldn't afford the backup or maybe I couldn't afford the specific thing, so I just went ahead and got it. What did you say? 2
girlfriends?
No.
He married.
He married.
Actually, he
I
does.
do have 2
2
girls,
women
though.
yet.
I do have 2 girls.
He has a wife and a daughter.
I do have 2 girls, though. I do have 2 girls, and they're very different.
Taste of Joy.
Very different.
Taste of Joy got your back. He said,
Yeah.
nah, he's married. Seven City said, just responded. He said, or you're there in a room with everyone else and you completely zone out and visit another place mentally while everyone else sees it as a blank stare.
Yeah, that's disassociation. It's disassociation. Like, you're supposed to be focused on this thing but you're not necessarily interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so to you, it looks like you've zoned, to other people, looks like they've just zoned out or they just went into a different world and really they're deep into their thoughts.
And you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. And then when they come back, it's like, oh, what? No, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm great. And then what you've done is not necessarily broke their concentration, but at the same time, you've broken their hyperfixation. Because they're hyper-focused on whatever they were thinking about. And so it shocked them because they're like, oh, I'm back. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do that. I know one stimming thing that I do is I talk to myself a lot. So, hey, I'm going to go do this today. I'm going to go do this. Oh, maybe that doesn't work. Maybe that does work. It's something I do all the time whenever I'm editing, whenever I'm working. Taste of Joy can say this. I'll ask questions and she'll answer the questions. And I'm like, I'm not talking to you. And she's like, well, who are you talking to?
Taste the Joy must be Mrs. J Fresh.
That's the wife. I figured that
because she was like, nah,
okay.
he married.
You better stand up, sis.
Facts. Yes.
Hello. Look, she said,
Yep.
Real quick though.
Okay.
This podcast, Logic Over Emotions, is sponsored by Patriot Soul, which is a faith-based company. They would like to remind you of Mark chapter 22, verses 37 through 39. To love God Almighty with all your heart, soul, and mind, and to love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thank you,
That's a good one.
sponsor.
Thank you, Patriot
Yes,
Soul.
a sponsor. All right, thank you, Patriot Soul. So now, those were 7 things that you spoke about.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go ahead and dive into how that affects men in their lives.
I feel like it affects men in their life
Mm-hmm.
because if they don't know about it, they have a difficult time doing normal things.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be to where, like, let's say dating, for example, right? So they're supposed to be dating this person and showing interest into this person, and then next thing you know, they don't text as much as they're supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
or they don't, because they were doing it for 3 months. They're not calling as they used to. They're more on the game than they are talking to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really not the fact that they're not interested anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They're really just trying to find a dopamine fix, because this has become a routine.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's become a routine, it's not
not
interesting
fun
anymore. Still love you, still want to talk to you, still want to do all the things that we're supposed to do, but at the same time, I don't have the same dopamine that I get from all these other things with you anymore. So we have to find other ways to keep it interesting. That's why we can't go to the same places all the time. Like, after a while, I can't go to the same Longhorns I went to last week. We can go to another Longhorns, but it's got to be in another place. You see what I'm saying? Like, it can't be the same one in Snellville for three times. I know the people now.
Oh my God, that's probably why I picked a different hot pot this time.
Oh, and just FYI, Longhorn just got their lamb chops back. They seasonal.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
They're so good.
I don't know. I'm just kind of burnt out.
I need
those chains.
they need to pay us before you give a commercial. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he said
Terrible.
Longhorn.
Terrible. No, I'm just playing. So basically, you feel like men should probably go to therapy or go get tested to see what type of ADHD, if they have ADHD,
If they have it,
so that they can govern themselves accordingly in
right,
their
so
lives.
they can see what's going on, because probably they don't understand. I know for me, I was diagnosed, but I didn't feel like I needed to get it, to get therapy or anything like that, until I had my daughter. There would be moments where, I'm focused and I'm hyper-focused, but, you have a child, so they're always, hey, daddy. And one time she had said, hey, daddy, can you fix something, or can you help me with something? And I almost blew up. And she didn't do anything. So I had to, remind myself, she didn't do anything. She's just being herself. But I had to figure out why am I flaring up on a child who has nothing to do with anything? So that's what made me try to figure out how I can maintain this.
Right.
So yeah, it's
when it when it starts to affect other innocent bystanders, basically, is when that aha.
Yeah, when it starts to affect people who have no idea why you're
happening.
like this, or let's say it's your spouse or significant other, and you've been good this whole time, and then out of nowhere they flip the switch and you're like, where is this coming from? That's another thing. When it starts to affect how you live, the people around you, your family, that's when I say, hey, go ahead.
Because you might be bipolar too.
Right. It doesn't hurt to help. Because you're constantly on edge. You're constantly in a state of anxiety. Because you always are afraid that something bad is going to happen. You never wake up and be like, it's going to be a great day. Oh, wait, there's no gas in the tank. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't wake up at 7 o'clock like I was supposed to wake up. I woke up at 7:01. My whole day is going to be gone. What's going on? Oh, wait a minute. The TV's not working. Did I pay the bill? You know, all of those, all of those things are going on in your mind 5 minutes after you wake up. 5 minutes after you wake up. And so to kind of cope with that, and then there's also this thing where you'll have moments where you're up, and then you'll have extreme moments where you're low. And you have to catch those moments, because in those moments,
isn't that what bipolar is?
Sometimes, because like I said, we don't get dopamine like everybody else just gets dopamine. So it's not necessarily like a personality switch. It's more so, I still have the same personality, I'm just not moving today. I'm just not doing anything today. And that's the extreme low. Like, I know I have 50 things to do, and it goes into the task paralysis where we'll just sit here.
Oh my God, I did that today.
We'll just sit here, and
I had task paralysis today.
we have so many things that we need to do, but because we're either not necessarily burnt out, but because we are on an extreme low of dopamine, we not moving.
So let me ask, like, you don't have to answer if you don't, because I have a follow-up question to it. Like, so if you're diagnosed with ADHD, are you on medication for it?
No.
So without being on medication for ADHD, like, how do you, like, battle that? Like, when you're feeling the I guess, quote unquote symptoms, like,
To-do list really help, but you have to do the to-do list the day before. You can't do it the day of, because you don't know what your day is going to look like. So if you say, let's say I got to go to the store, I got to go do this, and I got to go to that. The 3 things, I have to write those down. It could be physically or digitally, and I have to put those in my to-do list. And then the checking off of
the
things
dopamine.
is the dopamine. So that gets me my dopamine fix, because I've accomplished something. And usually with people with ADHD, we try to do big goals. So I'm not going to stop or check this off if it's a small goal. It has to be big. And we have to remind ourselves that even a small accomplishment is a big accomplishment. So if I woke up and got out of bed, check. That's a dopamine fix. Okay, I'm getting the things done. Okay, I brushed my teeth. Check. Okay, I'm getting everything that I need to get and put on my to-do list, whether it's big or small. I edited a video. Check. And try, and that keeps you on task. But at the same time, you still have to take some kind of break. And if you do get distracted, do not